everyone, and welcome back to MariavKuna. I'm Maria, and today we're diving into something we all need to prepare for, and that is the cold and flu season. I'm here for you, and we've got a lineup of natural remedies and tips that you can easily incorporate into daily routine right in the comfort of and the bell, so you are never going to miss out on any natural health and wellness tips. Natural Remedies is such an easy and effective way to get ahead of the game in the comfort of your own home. And these recipes I share with you today are not the only ones, but this is the easiest time to begin prep around this time. And they will help alleviate a lot of the symptoms that your body's immune system is going to start going through. So I'm going to go over some basic prep that you do at home before we dive into the natural DIYs to prepare. So if you feel like you know everything, just skip forward to the DIYs. I will have the time linked in the description box below. So if you want to just watch a rundown of the video, go ahead, or you could just jump forward and watch the DIYs. I believe I have 4 of them for you today. And all right, let's jump right in and get ready to boost your immune system and stay healthy this season the natural way. So we all know if you're beginning to feel the cold and flu symptoms, or your kids are starting to look like they're coming down with something, and you know how your kids will start reacting when they're not feeling well. So here's a list to keep on hand so you have a sharp mind to tackle this, because when the cold and flu symptoms come on, you start to get overwhelmed and you don't know where to start. So number 1 is obviously stay hydrated. You have to make sure that plenty of water is being drunk, herbal teas, clear broths, bone broths are really great because this helps thin out the mucus and keep your throats moist. You can also incorporate warm liquids with hot water and honey, lemon, clear chicken and vegetable broth that will help soothe the sore throat and provide a little bit more comfort. Honey and lemon are really great to have on hand during this time, because I store honey in large jars because I use it throughout the whole year because I make my own remedies, and we are going to be making a remedy at the end using honey, so it's just a really great item to have on hand. So you can mix honey with freshly squeezed lemon juice and warm water, and this will help your sore throat and obviously provide a dose of the vitamin C that your body really needs. Ginger. This is such a huge one to have on hand during the cold and flu. I always buy ginger at the store because it also helps with any gut issues that you may be having. But ginger itself is an anti-inflammatory and immune booster. So you can make ginger teas by just steeping it in hot water, just by slicing it very thinly. So that's a great way to boost up your immune system. And garlic, if I would tattoo any sort of food item on me, that would be a garlic, because it contains allicin and it's a compound with antiviral and antibacterial properties. So I put it in literally everything, and the DIY natural remedies that I share with you do have garlic in it. So you can put it into your meals. You can even make a garlic tea by steeping it in hot water. We are definitely making remedies that will reflect the benefits of it today. Chicken soup, that is one of my favorite soups and the easiest one to make, because you just throw in a bunch of veggies with some chicken, and it's been actually proven to show that it helps lessen the symptoms of your upper respiratory tract infection. So definitely hydrating with some chicken soup helps. Echinacea obviously is a herb that is used in many cold and flu type of remedies that you can even purchase over the counter. There's echinacea tea. There are capsules and tinctures, and it's just great for immune boosting. Vitamin C, like I said, you can put the lemon in honey in the hot water, but there's also foods that are rich in vitamin C, like citrus fruits, strawberries, bell peppers, and they all help support your immune system. Steam inhalation are so great for clearing the nasal passages. So you can do this by leaning over a bowl of hot water, not boiling. You don't want to burn yourself, but covering your head with a towel and leaning over a bowl with hot water will definitely clear out any mucus in your nose, ears, and throat. We are also suggesting saltwater gargle because I have Himalayan pink salt that I use for this. And just gargling with some warm salt water will help soothe your sore throat and the inflammation, especially when things are starting to creep up on you. Rest and sleep, that's actually the first thing that our family goes to, and that's our first line of defense in the family. In Ayurveda, it is as well, because in order for your body to be strong, you need to get rest. So getting adequate rest allows your body to focus internally and putting the energy on fighting off the infection that is starting in your body. Using a humidifier is also a really great idea because in the bedroom it's going to add moisture to the air, which will help ease congestion and soothe any sort of dry throat. So usually I'll add a couple of essential oils here like eucalyptus or peppermint with some lavender, but you do have to be careful with the essential oils that you're using because some people are a little bit more sensitive than others. And I do mention this in the book that I wrote when I'm giving you remedies, who can use it, who cannot, how many drops of essential oils you need in certain recipes. Probiotics is huge, and you can actually make your own, or you can buy capsules. They also have candies for kids or gummy bears. Probiotic rich foods like yogurt and kefir are really beneficial because it has that support your healthy gut, and that is super important for a strong immune system. The mucus in your nasal passages needs to be removed completely because that's what helps infections and bacteria linger when you are full of mucus. So using a saline spray, you can make your own saline spray, salt and water, or you can use a neti pot that will help clear the mucus and reduce the congestion. Okay, now that we went over the basic list, let's jump into these awesome and easy DIY remedies that I have prepared for you. So number one, we are making our own cold and flu syrup. This is only using 3 ingredients. I know that there are homeopathic remedies that are available over the counter, which if you don't have time, listen, no judgment. We've all been there. We're all working, so you can get it. However, I do want to stress that a lot of the remedies that you purchase at the store have a lot of added ingredients that are not as beneficial. So making your own is definitely a lot better, and it's only using 3 ingredients, and it can last up to 2 to 3 weeks, which is more than enough time to really get ahead of the game. So today we are making our own. We need honey, garlic, and onion. This has been used for so many health benefits, and we're going to show you how to do it. So what you're going to do is you're going to need a glass jar, 1 small onion cut up into small pieces, about 10 cloves of garlic, the more the merrier, and about half a cup of raw honey, and adjust it to your taste. You can also, optional here, add lemon juice for some flavor and vitamin C. I don't normally add it, however, it depends on the situation. So to prepare this, you're going to peel and chop the onion into small pieces, and then you're going to peel and cut up the small garlic cloves and put that all into the jar. You're also going to combine the two and kind of, you can shake up the jar, whatever is easier, and then you're going to add honey. When you're pouring the honey into the onion and garlic mixture, make sure that the honey covers it entirely. So you will see in my jar that the honey kind of sits on top, but what I do is take my jar and add it to the windowsill, which I will show you pictures of, and then you're going to let that mixture just start to infuse. So you can gently stir it as well to make sure that the honey is completely covering the onion and the garlic, and then seal the container. So the infusion process takes about 24 hours, 24 to 48 hours. This really allows the flavors and the health properties of the onion and the garlic to melt with the honey. And what it's going to start doing is producing this liquid. So once the infusion period is over, you're going to strain it out through like a mesh. You also can use cheesecloth. I don't really have cheesecloth on hand at the moment. So your goal here is to extract the liquid syrup, and then you can just discard the onion and the garlic. You can put it into your green bin. And the syrup itself should be stored in a clean container. So if you can, just make sure that you are disinfecting your glass containers, because I reuse them. So to disinfect them, all I do is just pop them into some boiling water. And then I place it into my refrigerator for 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how many people in my house are sick and how many people are needing to take it. So for adults, they usually take 2 to 4 tablespoons when they're starting to feel under the weather, or you can take it straight or mix it in with warm water or tea. Children, I usually give them 1 to 2 tablespoons first thing in the morning, and similarly, you could just mix it, take it straight, or mix it into warm water or tea, or if they really hate the flavor, which it's not really that bad because of the honey, I'll mix it into some juice. DIY number 2, we are making eucalyptus and chamomile steam balms. These are so amazing for respiratory relief. All you need for this recipe is 1 cup of baking powder, half a cup of citric acid, 20 drops of eucalyptus, maybe a little bit more depending on how everything starts mixing, and 15 drops of essential oil of chamomile. So what you're going to essentially do is mix everything up into a bowl, and using a glove, you're going to start kneading it. You're going to start massaging it to kind of create like these solid balms. So you will know how to adjust the essential oil, because it shouldn't be runny or too watery, but it should start forming like solid type of balls. And then you're going to add some dried eucalyptus or chamomile flowers for like a chic look, but it's totally not necessary. I just have it on hand, but you don't have to do it because you will need to clean it up after the shower. And then you're going to start putting it into your molds, whatever molds you have on hand. Even if you don't have molds, you can even use the ice cube trays, because then once it's ready, you're going to pop them out, and then you'll be able to take that and then place it on the floor of your standing shower or in your bathtub. And then once the water hits it, it's going to sizzle out and just produce the steam from the actual essential oils to breathe it in. And it's just really great for your respiratory system to get through and breathe in that steam to clear anything out. The chamomile I use for a calming effect. You can use lavender here as well if you want to. Okay, DIY number 3, the healing hot sauce. So I will be using a vegetable base because I prefer it, but if you don't have that, you can use a tomato base or something that is your favorite. And then I will usually add a whole garlic bulb chopped up, and then 3 to 4 of my red hot chili peppers from my garden. Cue the red hot chili pepper song here. This is such a great recipe because you could just put it all together into a pot and then boil it, and then you can jar it. So it's just a great snack, or you can put it on the side if you're making some sort of protein or some veg, and then that really gets your immune to start working, and you just feel the heat that starts in Ayurveda. It's actually called Agni, which is the fire inside your body that starts to work and gets all of your senses to start opening up and working, and it just is a great overall boost. Last but not least, DIY number 4, we are making the OO oil. Okay, it's OOO oil, known as oil of oregano. This is the most and easiest oil to actually make. We are making a massage oil in this recipe, but it's known for so many other things. For the massage oil itself helps with nervousness, insomnia, fighting colds and flu. There's a very potent oil of oregano that I use for viral infections as well. And you can actually just put it into your back of your throat and it starts to disinfect. Today we are just making one for massage to relax the body and just get the blood flowing. A lot of the times when you start to get tensed up and your body starts aching and you will start experiencing the cold and flu symptoms, you will know that the kids won't be able to sleep. And this oil of oregano is used to actually heal wounds because of the antimicrobial properties. And this massage oil is great for pain relief. And it's going to be used for sore or achy areas, so like your lower back, your upper shoulders. It just promotes better blood circulation. And since oil of oregano has warming effects, it will enhance the blood flow to the massaged areas. So when the kids are also breathing in the aromatic properties of oregano oil, it will have an effect that is calming for the mind. And so this is an oil that I prepare to put on my kids' chest or their back. During the cold season, the vapors of it will relieve the congestion that they usually are experiencing, and the coughing will lessen, which it's so much better when you're going to sleep not to be coughing. So you will need a glass jar for this, also boiled if you have not disinfected it. You will need olive oil and oregano. Oregano you can use fresh or dry in this case. This is the only rule kind of with rosemary. And when you're working with herbs, you can use it fresh or dry. I only have it dry at this point because I'm starting to take in all of my herbs from the garden and starting to dry it out for the cooler months. So all you're going to do is put the herb into the olive oil, which we are using, and then you're going to let it infuse for about 2 weeks. You're going to strain out the oregano and store it in a cool and dry place. This will prevent it from turning or anything, but you will end up making more, I guarantee it. If you liked these DIY recipes, please let me know which one was your favorite. Obviously, there are so many. There are hundreds of natural remedies you can use at home to help your immune system be stronger during the cold and flu season. Let me know in the comments down below what you already do, maybe something else that you're doing that you want to share with others. I would love to hear from you. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and if you want to see more, make sure you're subscribed. Thanks for watching. Bye.